Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense taking the field behind their second-year quarterback who showed plenty of promise in his rookie campaign, Tyler Shuck.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Shuck now to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. Welcome back, everyone, to the Superdome, just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Saints in control of the football. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Shuck. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, the Saints turn to Ryan Wright to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Penix. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Nice throw outside the numbers to pick up a first down. It goes down the stat sheet as a short throw, but takes a lot of arm strength to throw it out wide on time. And he made it look easy.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 8. Down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, Penix from the gun. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Fights forward at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now it's blocked. The Saints have got it. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. You figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Saints set to go back to work, and you see their offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier. These guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
42-yard line.
On first down, back to Ncaa. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, Ncaa. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Charlie Smith on for the Saints field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Penix, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That's Olave bringing in another one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 80 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing, Shuck. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Over the middle, he finds Vele. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Ncaa. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Robinson with another carry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Looking to throw, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Penix to the air once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, Shuck looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, it's blocked. This is going the other way. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
2nd and 10. To throw is shot. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, Atlanta.
Again, it's Robinson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, it's going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Now Penix.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. There'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Second and 2.
He completes it to Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
And no reason for that from any wide receiver.
Oftentimes, you don't even hear the snap count, right? You just look inside, make sure the ball moves, then you take off. How he didn't do that is beyond me.
From the gun, Shuck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the false start will back them up 5.
Ball start, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Shuck again.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
And the Saints, first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Again, it's Shuck. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Shuck now to throw.
eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
Halftime.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
They'll pitch it to Robinson. Down the left sideline. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. 218 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
That's the former Bucko, Pete Werner, getting the sack.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
The Folk's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Rattler. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jalen Walker in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rattler. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. A play fake. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Throwing is Rattler. Catch made by Tyson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Rattler wants to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Saints first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rattler going to look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a second and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, Rattler. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
10 yards to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the air is Rattler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on is Charlie Smith for the Saints field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Things have certainly gone their way in this one, largely thanks to the efforts of their running game. As we scroll through some of these highlights, this has been a master class on how to run the football.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, you're no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
They'll throw with Penix.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Chase Young
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
And they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
That is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
In motion, the tight end. And looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Bijan Robinson,
32 yards.
And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And
And the Saints take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Fighting his way through contact. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 13. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Robinson up the middle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll go play action here with Penix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Zach Ertz with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. Open man is Tyson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And quickly they get to the line.
That's good for a Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avion Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball at a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the give, here's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points.